in there. Trying to sort out. I was going to sort out and take stuff to the Goodwill, but now I think it's just more than I can deal with doing this sorting stuff. So if you look up above me, see all that stuff up there and all the stuff up there? I mean, good golly, Miss Molly. So, as a matter of fact, here's some Eastern Star stuff right here. So that's what I'm doing today. There was another reseller here. Well, there were probably plenty of resellers. There was another reseller here. There was a whole room in the house that it was actually half the garage that they converted into a room. And it was full of clothes, like vintage clothes. Like when I say full, I don't have anxiety about being in places and looking through stuff and doing that, but I literally spent about, I know I look like crap. I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. This is my mode today. Anywho, I went in that room. I found one vintage exercise, like a Reebok. It's not Reebok, but one vintage jacket and pants. And I found another one. I couldn't find the pants for it right around where I was. I looked through. I got a bunch of old stockings and stuff like that. I went into the back of the room. I mean, you couldn't even walk past somebody. They had racks and racks and racks of clothes, and I had to leave. I don't do clothes in the first place. I'll do some vintage clothes, and that was vintage purses. I call them purses. So this shed that I'm standing in, this whole side, see the plastic and stuff right here, from about here to the side of the shed was covered with these tarps and boxes of stuff. I already got through that. But what I was starting to, and this whole shed, when you open the door, you couldn't even walk in. Clear full, packed clear full. What saved my hiney there is the people that bought the room that had all the clothes and stuff in it. They bought it. She is a reseller, and her poor husband, he was just I knew exactly how he felt, the overwhelmness. Anyway, when the son told me that I could have everything in the shed, I went and found Melissa, and I said, can you guys come back tomorrow? And she said, yeah. And her husband was like, no, we're not coming back. We don't, no more. And she just looks at me, and I said, I'll be here around 10. So if you guys want to show up, and you can go through. So she roped him into it. They came back, and they literally went through this whole shed. They pulled almost everything out, and that side, and on the outside too. And they took all the vintage clothes and stuff. And I told her, if, she knew what I was looking for, the stuff that I wanted. And so, Melissa, if you happen to watch this, hey, I got your cell phone number. I'll give you a call one of these days. We'll see how you doing. Oh, I felt so sorry for them. I don't know who I felt more sorry for, them or me. I don't feel sorry for myself. The son and his fiance and her son, some of the nicest people I have ever met. I mean, truly, truly, truly awesome people. Anyway, and the story, he lost both his mom and his dad within a year. And it's just been traumatic. And he lost his wife. He lost like 5 people, like in less than a year. Boom, boom, boom. So he's had a heck of a run, so to speak. Needless to say, today I'm getting all of this cleaned out. We'll get it packed up. And most of the stuff that's in this shed over here is in boxes. What's not needs to be packed up. The problem is that it's all glass. It's all vintage glassware. We're talking bridge sets, the little plates with the trays, and with the little plates with the cups, punch bowls, leaded glass punch bowl with a glass ladle. I got everything in the house out except for we haven't done the garage or the attic yet, and except for the bed, and my son's taking that apart right now, and he's heading that. There was a bunch of furniture that I got as well. I didn't want, but he has somebody that wants it, so that worked out perfectly. It's not that I don't want it. I just really don't have anywhere to store it because it would sell like hotcakes at a garage sale. But I'm at that point right now where that's just, if he's got somebody else that wants it and can use it, I'm all about sharing. Sharing is caring. Speaking about sharing, Jake and Erica, Portland Pickers, I'm going to get a hold of you maybe here in the next, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Anyway, so what'd you find? Ooh, that's for the Blazers. That's for the Trailblazers. Did Lamar give you that, or did you just find it somewhere?
I found it.
Oh, that's a good find. You want to tell everybody hi?
Hi.
Farm boy scavenger.
Hi.
Woohoo! Found a Trailblazer coin. Let's see the other side. The best fans in the NBA. Woo! Anyway, so what are we at? 7 minutes here. I'm not going to walk around. The carport's full of stuff that I already bagged up. I made a deal with some other people that were here that bought some stuff. They wanted some stuff out here, and I said, hey, here's the deal. If you come, and you can have everything that's outside, not the sheds. Everything that's outside in the yard and in the carport, if you pack it all up and take it away, you have to take everything, because they wanted a couple of big things. And I was just like, oh, that's the deal. I'll make you. And they loaded, I mean, they worked diligently. She had to work the next day, and she told me that, but she said her boyfriend and 3 of his friends would come back and get the rest of the stuff. I said, all right, they need to be here at 10 o'clock in the morning, because that's when I'm going to be here. And I was here all day off and on. I made 3 trips. I was here all day off and on. They never showed up. Later that night when I was, and then I got pissed or upset, angry, frustrated, whatever you want to call it. I was not happy. Angry, as Farm Scavenger Boy says. Don't play with those things over there. Hey, hey, hey. That's 3 hays. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, go walk away. Thank you very much for listening.
I got a metal rod.
You can have that metal rod. That's fine. So they had called the son, and he told me, he goes, well, they're going to come in the morning and get a load. And I said, no, they absolutely are not. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, so I told him the story and the conditions, and he goes, oh, and I go, so if you'd be so kind as to call him back and tell him not to come back, that would be great, because I already spent 3 hours out here cleaning up the mess that they were supposed to take, and now I'm angry, and they are not gonna have it now, because I'm not doing all this work and letting them come and do it, or I would have been focusing, because they were supposed to be here at 10 o'clock and they didn't show up. So they didn't get anything more, which kind of made it harder on me, but that's okay, because such is life. Anyway, so then yesterday I went and did a landscaping job, and on the way home, there was a garage sale. Yep, I stopped, because you don't know what you're going to miss. And where I was in BFE, and it's a 20 miles from my house. It's up in the backwoods of Battleground, up by a place called Fargo Lake, Washington. Look it up. It's really pretty back up there. And so I was like, when you pass an estate sale or garage sale out there, they aren't ran by companies. They are ran by family. And you go, because these people have lived there for years. Well, these people have lived there for years. And if you look on my Instagram, you'll see what I got. I got a CC Filson wool jacket for $3 that I'm going to be listing today, maybe tonight. I got pictures and everything. I was worn out last night. I'm going to be listing it for $259. Buy it now, or best offer. One sold similar to it in the last couple of days for $179, and there are a bunch more listed at that $250 some dollar mark. So, you know, and then I also got a Pendleton. They're red and black plaid wool hunting jackets, but they have specific names. I can't tell you what they're called right now, because I am not focusing on that. And I also got a Pendleton. What was funny was that she charged me $5 for the Pendleton. That hurt. She had to twist my arm for that one. $3 for the CC Filson. The CC Filson was worth a heck of a lot more money. And I was just like, okay. I just asked her. She didn't have a price. I said, well, what do you want for these? And she told me, and I said, okay. She had a bunch of vintage Pyrex, which I got. And I've already sold, because one of my awesome customers from my landscaping business saw my post, and she texted me, have you sold the Pyrex yet? And is that such and such kind of Tupperware. So that's already sold, done. I spent $19. I sold her that stuff. She knows what I paid for it because she saw my post. Anyway, so, yep, there we go. So back to sorting and going through all of this stuff. One thing that there is there's a lot of medical devices. There was at least 3 walkers and canes and stuff like that. So that stuff I'll put out at my garage sale. If it doesn't sell at the garage sale, I will take it to either our local Neighbors Helping Neighbors or the women's shelter. I'll find somewhere, I'll donate it. So because there's plenty of people that need it that can't afford it. And I always I have, lots of people ask, hey, somebody so-and-so broke their, did this, does anybody have this? So I'm not all about the money. You can't always be all about the money. You gotta make contacts. You gotta just be a person. And sometimes you just gotta have a heart, and you gotta go with your heart. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Everybody have a great day tomorrow. Everybody wants to party. It's Memorial Day. You got a day off from school, a day off from work, blah, blah, blah. But let's just remember, this is a day of memorializing our aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas, great-grandparents, neighbors, friends, sons, daughters, husbands, wives, brothers, sisters that have served in our service and gave their lives for us. So spend some time tomorrow thinking about these people and giving them some of your time, because some gave all and all gave some. That's the song, and it's true. And be that way in your life. If you got to do it, you got to do it. If you've got it and somebody else doesn't, and it's not going to hurt you, help them out. What's it going to do for you? It can't always all be all about money. Now, I'm not saying that it's not, because that's what makes the world go round. But if you've got 2 of something and you need one, and somebody else that has the other one, hand it off. If you want to charge them and they want to pay you, that's one thing. But I mean, you just pay it forward. Isn't that what they say? Pay it forward. All right, everybody. My motto is be kind. Always be kind. Have a great rest of your Sunday and a great Memorial Day. Farm Girl out.